Hey YouTube, happy Friday to you. Chris here. I want to bring you all an update on Litecoin. Right now we're at $75.54. We're up 2.93%. There's some key things that are taking place that we talked about last night, but I wanted to piggyback on them today since we're starting to get a little move out of here. And remember, everything we do is going to be correlated off Bitcoin. So what we want to do is pay very close attention to Bitcoin. And right now Bitcoin's at $10,419 and it's also up 3%. Remember, that's the granddaddy, that's the big dog. So we really have to pay attention to Bitcoin before we make any moves in Litecoin. That's just my opinion, at least, because anything can happen, guys. The Litecoin chart can be setting up beautifully, and then if Bitcoin dumps, a lot of the times it'll just pull Litecoin right down with it, and that's just the name of the game. Also, guys, I'm going to leave my Robinhood link below for you. It's commission-free trading. Whenever you guys sign up, I get a free stock. You guys also get a free stock, and basically you get to pick. There's like 3 little question mark cards that'll come up, and you'll pick one of the 3. And one of the ones I won just last night was worth $8.61. So, I mean, it's something beneficial, and they claim that you can win anything from a Ford stock up to an Amazon stock. So whenever you all sign up for that, it'll help you out. It'll help me out. And I appreciate you guys a lot being here with me and going through all this. So remember, I'm just a beginner in this. I'm not your financial advisor. I'm going to try to do the best that I can, and we'll go for it. All right. So, guys, first of all, what I want to point out to you, we potentially have a MACD cross down here. Do you see this taking place? Right there, we're basically right now kissing it. We're going to see if we get that follow through. And what we need is follow through, guys. It's very important because sometimes you can just go up and kiss that signal line, then you can fall back down. But we want that good, strong cross, and we actually have a nice little hook here. So the MACD is looking bullish right now. And what's also happening, if you can see this here, price was making lower lows. Okay, so here's a low, lower low, lower low, but what we were having was higher lows on the MACD, so we were also having divergence there, as well as the histogram starting to tick to the positive. So all those are good things, and what I wanted to point out to you here, let me clear this trend line off for us. Okay, so basically I mentioned this last night, about the last 7-8 days, you can see we've had very small bodied candles. We've really been fighting, and we haven't dropped down past about $70. We'll call it $69.59 there. And we've really been chopping back and forth. And what we're trying to do is put in that bottom, guys. And if we pull out the Fibonacci, you can see we're sitting right on top of the 0.618, which is a prominent spot to get a bounce off of. So what we'll do, we'll take it from our swing low all the way up to our swing high. You can see we're forming all these candles on top of the 0.618. And what I was pointing out to y'all last night was up here the same thing was happening. Do you see, for about 9 or 10 days we had a lot of indecision candles. We were having dojis, we were having hanging man candles, we were having shooting star candles. We had 2 very long wicks, almost like a horn top wicks. They were almost like a week apart there, but the candles were getting very small and we weren't moving up a ton, and then all of a sudden we had this big dump and we've been in a short-term downtrend now. So the same thing could be happening here, that the candles are getting very small and we're trying to put in a bottom here so that we can break out of this trend line and get out of this short-term downtrend. But what we would need to have happen is us get back up above the 200-day moving average, which is in white. And what I don't like that's taking place here, because remember, I always want to give you the upside and the downside, guys. What I don't like that's taking place is this death cross that we potentially have. And what we're having here is our 24-day moving average. So that's in blue here. So I changed these up a little bit for you. The one in yellow is going to be our 12 EMA. The one in blue is going to be our 24 EMA. And that's what I'm going to be looking for a strong cross of. When you basically know, guys, that we're back in an uptrend, would be a trend line break here, and we would get basically the 12 EMA crossing over the 24 moving average. That's going to be important. Then eventually we can start setting those higher highs and higher lows, which we need, but we have to get out of this trend line first. So what I'm seeing here, though, is a potential death cross of our 24 moving average down through our 200-day moving average. And I know some people will say that a death cross is only the 50 moving average down through the 200-day moving average, but the more that I've read about this stuff, guys, it can be any shorter time moving average moving down through a longer term moving average. And then same with the golden cross as well. So that's something that I've researched. A lot of people said it's only the 50 and the 200. And I've heard that as well. I've seen that in books, but also there's been other books that I've delved into that it has said it's any short-term crossing down through a longer term. And that's what we potentially could have here, which would maybe potentially even push us farther to the downside if we are to go to the downside. So downside targets, we'd look at $70 to hold for support. Then we would be looking down around $66, then ultimately $60. Those are my downside targets. To the upside, we're going to try to get up above this 12 EMA, which is going to be around $77, and I'm going to look up to this 200-day moving average, which is going to be around $84. And we need to get up above that 200-day moving average, guys. We've been trapped and trading below it for quite a while now, and we don't want to get too comfortable underneath this and have that act as a very strong overhead resistance and a very strong ceiling for us. So it's important that we break out of that soon. So in terms of indicators, MACD, we have a potential bullish cross. The next one I wanted to look at here was our relative strength index. And you all let me know down low what you think. Do you think we're going to break out of here and we're going to get this nice trend line break, or is this going to act as resistance and we're just going to fall down and make a lower low? Or if we're going to get out of here and start making some higher highs and higher lows. I want to know your opinion down low. So RSI right now is at 37. We're starting to point up a little bit. We did have a higher low there. We're just going to have to see if we have continued defense there. Guys, we have plenty of room to run to the upside. That's what I am happy about. Remember, 30 or below is in that oversold territory. So we're up above the oversold. Right now we're just trying to get back into that neutral. Then hopefully eventually we can start making, higher highs and higher lows on the RSI as well. Next one, let's look at our stock. With our stock RSI, we potentially have a bullish cross that could take place there. We want to wait for that follow through. We're at 34 and 34 right now. So yet again, we have another shot at continuously moving higher here on the stock. We're not in that overbought condition right now, which is very important. So, guys, this is what I wanted to bring to you today. Just wanted to make it a fast one. Really pay attention to these areas right in here. Pay attention to these candles. It would be great if we could finally get out of this downtrend, guys. We really need to get out of it. This trend has been in a downtrend now since about June 22nd. We've been really getting pushed to the downside, so we need that beautiful trend line break, just how we had a trend line break over here and we started to move to the downside. Those are the things that I like to look for. So want to put this on your radar, guys. Like, subscribe, hit that notification bell. Bitcoin right now is at 10,397. Litecoin's at $75. Ethereum's at 194.01. Take care.